Fun fact about PK. He was married to his first wife, Loretta, for just 9 years as well. Another fun fact, they also ended up in pre-foreclosure on a home they owned together. So PK has a pattern. We're going to discuss a little bit more about PK's bankruptcy. He really tries to paint his life pre-Dorit as something that's over and done with. We're going to get into that. Okay, today is recapping episode 10. If you're not already subscribed, please get subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. And now let's do it. So let's chat more about PK. PK was in the UK with Loretta and his kids, and he ended up having to file bankruptcy, and he claims he came to America for a fresh start. He went on Bravo's Hot Mic a couple weeks ago, and when asked how he felt about the things Dorit was saying on the show, he was like, well, I don't even know why she's bringing up gambling debts and bankruptcies because that was before her time. Let me just say something, PK. Someone you loaned money to in 2011, Nikos Kurzis, he came out and sued him in 2019 and said, where's my $1.2 million that you owe me? You've only paid me $250,000. And he was like, I know you tried to get rid of this debt in your whole bankruptcy situation, but no, this was not included. That's just one example. Can you imagine all the other people he was like loaning and getting money from? He had a gambling addiction, 100%. There's no doubt about it. He owed $3.6 million to the Bellagio. So in 2013, I believe they sued for that money, and then he didn't pay it. So then it comes back up in like 2022 or something recent. So his claim on Bravo's Hot Mic that none of his stuff from the past affected Dorit is literally bullshit. Literally bullshit. Sorry, he gets me real hot and angry. He's just, I've never gotten the PK appeal. He's always appeared really creepy and clearly lying, like a charlatan, like he's good and slick with his words type of thing. And the fact that he was friends with Lisa and Ken and they knew him back in his party boy days, that even just proves it further. So let me tell I did not know this story. I somehow missed it. Let me tell a party boy story about him. Rachel Yucatel went on Behind the Velvet Rope podcast and told, I didn't know they like dated. They were together. She was in love with PK. But this was after he had left his first wife. She was working at a club and he was a big spender on bottle service. And she said that one night, he spent $1 million on bottle service. That's grotesque, honestly. And she's like, that wasn't the only time. Another time he spent $400,000, another time $125,000. Like constantly things like this. That is just hemorrhaging money. That's not even real. No one has that kind of money. Okay? Not unless you are like Bezos. This is like billionaire spending. Right? Or maybe I'm just naive and don't know what things usually cost because I'm a poor. But Rachel Yucatel says she fell in love with PK, that he was like a super sweet, amazing guy. Okay, sorry, hold on. I need to interrupt. It's raining here in LA and I live across the street from a park and there's like a track that's directly right across from me. That's the part of the park I can really see. And it is raining and there is a man with a like sun hat, like you could wear for gardening, no shirt and pants on a run in the rain. Now, like that, like you got to be, they're training for something, right? Like that's not just, I need a workout. That's like, I need to do this because I'm going to go on Amazing Race or something. Unreal. It is pouring right now. And he has no shirt on. Okay. I mean, I guess it makes sense. He doesn't want to get wet. Okay. Sorry. Moving on. Going back to this. Rachel Yucatel fell in love with PK Kemsley? What? Okay. But but that was the kind of like big roller hotshot guy that PK was, right? And so then he gets with Dorit, tells Dorit to stop. She was a bikini designer. Stop what you're doing. I just want you to raise my kids, be a housewife. And I know he thought when Dorit got Beverly Hills Housewives that he would be the star or a star. And remember how he was received his first season? Remember that? With the Pantygate and all that? Ew. I have a question. Erica in season 12, the season 12 reunion. Season 12. Dorit came on the show season 7. Okay. Season 12, Erica busts out a story of being somewhere with a friend, and way before Dorit's time, PK came up to her and her friend and said, "Are you guys in porn?" And it was so funny. And Dorit's like, "I didn't know that story." Yeah, what? Why didn't you bring that up during Pantygate? Like, that would have been great ammunition, right? Like, I remember you came up to my friend and asked if we were in porn. That would have really added to that. I mean, I don't even know if I believe Erica because, it's Erica. Like, that was a weird thing to bust out 5 years later. But from what it sounds like PK would roll into clubs feeling like the man. So maybe. With this episode, they open with this super gushy PK Dorit montage, and you just know it's going to start accelerating into where it ends up with Dorit going, "If I have to go to war, I will go to war." So at one point, Bose goes over to Dorit's house, and at first, Dorit is rightfully upset about Sutton being like, "All right, finish this story in the car. We got to go. Get on out." So she's upset about that. But Dorit reached out to PK and never heard back. So she then sends him another text saying, "Really, PK? No response?" And he writes, "I'm at a friend's wedding. Have a nice day." I don't understand. Now, I remember vaguely when Camille was coming for Dorit, like the first time when she was like, "You owe my friend money." Remember they were sitting at that dinner. Am I hallucinating this? Was it Buca de Beppo? That might be a lie. They were at some dinner, I could have swore, where Camille was like, "You owe my friend money." And then doesn't she say something there in that scene about how Dorit has really expensive clothes on all the time and whatever? I have felt for a minute that the narrative has been Dorit is this big spender and doesn't understand the value of a dollar and is like bleeding PK dry. But I would wager that PK wants to keep up the appearances just as much, if not more. And I really do believe that if they had never gotten the show, Dorit would have not turned into this like Kardashian bot. She doesn't look like that Kardashian bot as much. It's interesting. Her face looks different. It's the same thing that happened to like Ariana's face when that part of the end of the finale, that last season, that last scene of Vanderpump Rules, when she's sitting there, that's when she has the conversation with Tom, and she's like that amazing monologue. But her face looked different. It looked like it no longer had the same energy in a good way. But Dorit's face, yes, it looks like kind of sad, but there's something that feels more honest about it. And this whole like Kardashian performy thing she admits she was hiding a lot for PK, like protecting him. I mean, we saw remember the weird interview that they did where they were both in the confessional and they were eating as they were being asked questions about like the legal shit, bankruptcies, I don't know, whatever. And they were like, let me just drink this now. I was like, what are we doing? So that means like Dorit now is waking up, because she says at the very end of this episode, like, "I'm an idiot." She's waking up to the fact that PK has just been bullshitting this whole time. And you have been protecting him. And now he has the nerve to be like, why is she even bringing this up? None of it affected her. Sir, we'll continue. Dorit is clearly still like in denial too, because Bose is like, "Well, what happens if he gets back from London, his trip?" And Dorit goes, "I get served papers. I think about that every day." I'm like, okay, well, if that's what you don't be worried for that. Just do it yourself. All right, speaking of Bose, her and Keely get dinner. Now, was anyone else kind of like, wait, what's he saying here? I'm a little concerned because he's like, what's the timeline? I don't want to say I'm not going to waste your time, but is there a timeline? You want her to naturally have your child, and she is 47 years old. And he looks like, I don't know. I picked up on this last week too. Something that he said just sort of seemed like he doesn't intend to have children with Bose. I hope I'm wrong. And I might be. You know what? I shouldn't put that out there, should I? I just thought that was so bizarre. How do you ask a 47-year-old, your 47-year-old girlfriend, who you haven't, we find out next week in the trailer, they haven't even said, I love you. How are you acting like you don't have a timeline here? So I don't know. But she's still with him, so they seem good. He just better not screw her over. Maybe I just feel protective. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's just clueless. I don't know. All right, now this next scene is just Kyle. Last season, we had Kyle going and getting tattoos. Now we've got Kyle going to the gun range. And clearly Mo is into guns because he's basically like busting out multiple guns. And it looks like she is just she has no sense of identity. She's doing like whatever someone who interests her is doing. So I'm just so confused because last season we were watching Kyle wanting to just basically be with Morgan, like, and spend time with Morgan and be like Morgan, right? This season, she's like pining for Mauricio, and she's like she looked so. It was it not like looking at yourself in high school with someone you have a crush on, not like these long-term partners that had been together for decades with 4 children. She looked so awkward and like she was trying to show off. And at the end of their little shooting range moment, she ends up getting sad and starts crying. In the after show, she's like, I was embarrassed that I got so emotional, like I don't want to be that person, or just supposed to go to the shooting range and I'm getting emotional. I'm like, what the fuck? You're acting like you're trying to, like you're playing the games you play early on in a relationship when you don't really know the guy. But this is someone you've been, and she seemed not clear. She didn't seem clear last year, but she seemed pretty clearly done with Mauricio. And now it's like she just wants him back, but it's clearly not going to happen. He's got a whole girlfriend and stuff now, right? Or at least he was photographed with somebody. And Kyle on Watch What Happens Live, and she just, when she's not a reliable narrator of things, because she talks about how it's totally fine. Like if you were to see us, they were up in Aspen together, all as a family. And if you guys were to have seen us, you would have thought, oh, everything's fine. I'm like, no, because that's weird. Because acting like everything's fine and not talking about the thing that you guys should be talking about is weird. Kyle clearly just wants to be included and always just be around the people, like how she wanted to be invited to that lunch with her daughters, even though it's pretty clear Portia was like, I'm going to get in so much trouble for even telling you there was a lunch. Portia called the sisters and was like, fuck, I messed up. I told Mom we were getting lunch. And they're like, why? Why would you do that? Yeah, I know. Mom wants to come now. I know. Of course she does. That's why we didn't want to tell her. So she just like wants to be a part of it still. And it's like, everything's great. Everything's totally fine, but it's not. Thank God in the mid-season trailer, it looks like they're going to have a conversation, Mauricio and Kyle. Let's see what that's about, because I thought this was going to be that conversation, but I don't know. And it's not like what we see on camera seems to be more that's like the most they're communicating on camera. So even off camera, all the times they see each other, she's FaceTiming Mauricio all the time. All those times they're just not talking about what's really going on. I just think that's so insane. I've never seen this level of like denial or suppression, right? The thing about the human body is as you age, your body's natural healing and building processes slow down. It's just what happens. But there's something we can do about it. A collagen supplement from Ancient Nutrition can help you look and feel your best. Ancient Nutrition's multi-collagen advanced lean supplement contains 10 types of collagen from 10 real food-based sources. This formula is powered by clinically studied ingredients that promote fat loss and healthy weight management, as well as build lean muscle. Collagen can also reduce joint discomfort and improve the look of your skin, your hair, your nails. Hello. Plus, Ancient Nutrition's multi-collagen advanced lean is delicious, and it's easy to work into your daily routine. You can mix it into your coffee. You can make a matcha. You can make a smoothie. I know how important it is to have a collagen supplement in your rotation, but I've personally never seen a collagen supplement that also comes with these other ingredients that promote fat loss, healthy weight management, lean muscle. Okay, I'll take it. I feel a huge difference in my joints too. Right now, Ancient Nutrition is offering 25% off your first order when you go to ancientnutrition.com/she-speaks. That's ancientnutrition.com/she-speaks for 25% off your first order. ancientnutrition.com/she-speaks. Okay, Garcelle and Kyle join Sutton in Augusta. And of course, that's going to cause some drama, because they're filming a show and why aren't we all included and whatever. Sutton's mother, Reba, is quite a character. Now, this is like unpacking on a level I don't even understand. All these little flashbacks they show of Reba being savage, like of Sutton being like, I just need you to be happy for me here in the store. And Reba going, shall we continue? What? So Sutton, good luck. I thought it was brave of Garcelle to bring a gift. I would like to know if she said to Sutton, should I bring your mom a gift? And I don't know if Sutton was like, sure. I feel like Sutton might have been like, well, be careful because she doesn't like anything and she'll just be rude about it. Because that's exactly what happened. She opens up the box and goes, oh, is it a shawl? Mm-hmm. Thank God it was Garcelle. Garcelle knows how to laugh at this shit. She does. She knows how to just take it and observe it and be like, okay. So when Reba, is this the shawl? Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's who it is. It's a shawl. Not a thank you. Nothing. Kyle's like, it's beautiful. Nothing at all. Reba goes, I could make it a sarong or something, Okay. Still nothing. And then later, Garcelle trying again. She's like, let me get some more relatability in here. She goes, your grandkids are so great. And Reba says, yeah. James is kind of weird, but yeah. And then Garcelle out of instinct is like, it's okay. I got a weird one too. And then Reba says, I know, I've seen him. Oh, wow. What? It was so many things. Like Garcelle was dying in the after show. She's like, I said it just to kind of make it not awkward. It was just like a weird response. And then later was like, who am I going to throw under the bus? And then doesn't she say Jax? Is that what she says? Or no, I can't. Either it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because she just got nervous. But then when Reba says, I know, I've seen him. Well, hey, I was just talking to be polite. Hey, that was crazy, Reba. Amazing, but crazy. Okay, so for the non-Augusta travelers, Kathy throws the Capri dinner. Remember the Capri room no, that wasn't on purpose. Kathy is way too out of it, not paying enough attention to connect things that way. So it's just Dorit, Erica, and Bose. And Erica wonders why she wasn't invited. She has a whole connection to the South and all that, but they know why. And when Garcelle told Erica, she went, what about the sisterhood? You're screwed with that. Sutton, that was not the move. So early on in the season. Do it at the end. You can do it at the end, then it means something maybe. Because in the beginning, you're living up to a silly standard now, which you gave yourself. So it's just too easy. Like, who wouldn't say that? Kathy, though, drops a classic Kathy bomb. She's talking about how she's Italian. And Erica is like, oh, did you do one of those 23andMe things? Oh, no, I was in Venice and this woman just knew everything. Like, I'm Chinese 3000 BC. Bose is like, what? What? And it just ignored. It's just ignored. She just doesn't, or maybe they cut it out. I don't know. But it just was this weird thing. And I have no doubt that Erica's like, I'm not bringing it up. Isn't it crazy to think there was a time when Erica was like at war with Kathy Hilton, Erica and Rinna? And now, like, Kathy gets over shit. Ha! Tell that to Kyle. Sorry, I set myself up for that joke. Sorry, Kyle. Okay. Bose, for some reason, tells Kathy that she's having a hard time with Kyle and connecting to Kyle and asks for advice. I was like, what is Kathy going to say that isn't, she's on camera. You need to know this dynamic. Okay. Maybe ask Erica, but not Kathy. It's the sister. So Kathy answered correctly, if you will. And then they get on the topic of Dorit and PK. Well, Dorit just looks like a different person. Her whole face is like she's in a different place. Like, and she says, yeah, well, it's going. And Kathy goes, well, I think PK is a good father. Am I right? Wrong. Oh, shit. Now, Dorit has said on the after show that that was something she did regret saying. And that's fair. I bet she did. That's a very bold thing to say. However, I'm going to back her up here because when she explained, how about that, why they were going to be able to like lie to the kids and say that they're still together, just not bring it up, is because PK was gone all the time. When they fought, he would leave for weeks, she said. Weeks. And I wondered about the kids. Like, you leave for weeks, but leaving your kids for that long is tough. Like that, especially since that sounds like it was going on for a minute, the way living like that. Like, the worst of the times was that PK kept going. That's how long it was happening, that the kids aren't even noticing the difference. So I wondered about that myself. Because Dorit says in her confessional, he would be gone, wouldn't even call the kids. She would have to be, this is alleged. I know I need to start putting allegedly because this is according to Dorit. She was having to tell the kids, like, no, Daddy does love you and he wants to talk to you, but he's just working. Mm-hmm. Sir. Thank God for Kathy. Honestly, thank fucking God for Kathy, because Kathy, you could tell as soon as she started this sentence, this line of questioning, it was going somewhere bad. She goes, how old is PK? 56. When I first met him, I thought he was 56. And I've known him a long time. Bose goes, that was the smoothest shade I've ever heard. Impeccable. Well done, Kathy. Gorgeous work. But now we find out PK sent her a 7-page email about finances and how she's liable for things. Within a month or two, Dorit is responsible for the mortgage and all the bills associated with the house. Yeah. It was talking about custody, lawyers, and threats. And then this is a quote from Dorit. This is her confessional. She says that, if this doesn't happen, I will be proceeding with divorce. I was like, wait, hold on. This is divorce. As Kathy says, where are we going here? This isn't a separation. You're talking about finances and liability, and I'm paying for the mortgage, and what the fuck? What? That is divorce. Custody, that's divorce. Okay? So, yeah, wake up. And Erica is kind of hilarious and kind of iconic in this whole part. Like, I don't usually like when maybe Sutton gets all I am the divorce expert kind of thing, but Erica is just such a like dame about it. Like, her confessional, she's like, this is divorce, baby. The whole her talking about how she doesn't like how he's a bad father, his email. This is divorce. Welcome to divorce. I don't usually do an Erica voice, so that was weird. But then Bose goes, do you think he still wants to be married to you? No. And then Erica goes, then what are you waiting for? And Dorit goes, I am the token idiot wife. And Bose, no, you're just taking the rose-colored glasses off. And Dorit goes, yes, rose-colored equals idiot. She's not wrong, and that's good. It's good that she's able to say, oh my God, this fucking guy was not Mr. Big Shot, right? So, and then Dorit brings up the 10 years approaching. It's in 6 months. Erica gives it to her straight. She says, this, you have to look at it like this is my adversary now. Mm-hmm. And I would not be a good friend to you if I did not tell you this. And then Dorit goes, I want to be sure that I don't want him back. And Erica goes, he doesn't want you back. For a minute, she goes, but see, no. Erica shuts that down. And so it didn't feel cruel. It was like, no, this is scary, Dorit. Because Dorit doesn't process things. Like, this man in black and white is talking about custody, her paying mortgage, all this, and she's still like, well, let's see if we're going to stay together. He's not coming back. So, no. So Erica needed to check her. Get it together. Okay. So this also kind of goes back to, remember when Kyle said, like, I've never seen PK act like that? Is Dorit saying this because he's not here to defend himself? Remember that? Now, this type of shit, yeah, this sort of proves that he was much nastier than Kyle thought. Because the kids live in the house. What do you mean? You're supposed to sell the home. The home now is in pre-foreclosure. So actually, I was happy that Dorit brought this up on camera so that it could be like time-stamped from, I mean, I guess an email is time-stamped for sure, but like it's on camera, her saying he sent this email and now this same home is in foreclosure for no one paying the mortgage. And I bet PK was like, well, I'm not paying it if you're going to live in there. Yeah, because it's getting real expensive to do what he's doing. He's been living in hotels, and even Jennifer Tilly, a fellow rich, she even was like, that's an expensive hotel. I don't know how he can afford to stay there. That is an expensive ass hotel. If even another rich is saying that, then she knows. Because I don't know. I'm a poor, so I have no idea. Everything is expensive to me. But when Jennifer Tilly's like, he was always at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Like, he just hemorrhages money and borrows from people and then doesn't pay him back. It's going to catch up with him. It's gonna, for sure. So, wow. All right, well, babes, I'm going to go. I'm going to get this edited and get this out to you. Loves you so much. Mean it. I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to She's Speaking with Emily Hanks. This show is produced, hosted, and edited by me, Emily, and brought to you in partnership with Cloud 10 Media. If you are looking for bonus content, check out the Patreon. The link is in the description. To show some support, you can hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Another free way to support the pod, please rate and/or review on whatever platform you listen. It's free, and it helps the algorithm or something. You can also head to buymeacoffee.com/shespeaks and buy me a coffee or two. Make sure you're following me on all social medias. I am She's Speaking with Emily Hanks across all platforms: Threads, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's it. Thank you guys. See you soon.